So good to have you with us. Hour number 3, and joining us, Barak Zilberberg, candidate for governor of Nevada, one of the rising stars in the Republican Party. He is vying for the governor's race on the Republican side. He would love to have a chance to unseat Steve Sisolak, and he joins us. There are now 9 people in the race, including one woman. I had remarked earlier that I thought it was odd that there were only 8 guys, 8 dudes, and that no women. Well, since we last talked, a woman has entered the race. She is Michelle Fiore, and last time you were on, you were really good about, you named names of 2 or 3 people that are in the race that you consider to be rhinos, and now we have an additional player, so to speak, in Michelle Fiore.
Yes.
Rhino or no rhino?
Rhino. Identified rhino.
How do you know?
Because I was over in the Red Rock Country Club over there, and she was over in a St. Peter's event, and I was present. And not only that, there was witnesses there, and she was feuding with a woman there, and she was very, very arrogant. Not only arrogant, she was out of line in all ways. And the lady, she was addressing herself as a person, as to she is a public servant, right? So she's to serve the people. And therefore, she wasn't very cordial to that person. That's number one. Number 2 is, and then once I got out of the event, I went ahead and I did research on her. Okay. I do research on everybody. Okay. So given the research that I've encumbered, I looked in Facebook, and there she was with Sisolak, all hugging together with her family over in the governor's mansion and all of that. So tell me if she's a rhino or not. I wouldn't be over in the governor's mansion with Sisolak, especially with the party that I'm affiliated with. And not only that, the stances that he took and how he, as far as disrupted our economy and everything that he's
been
done.
Horrible. He's been horrible.
And let me tell you, am I going to take a picture with him? Are you going to take a picture with him? I would never take a picture with him, never in my life, because this person, he's a demon, okay? And I tell you, if she has a picture with her family, in my eyes, she is a rhino, and she's a Democrat for sure,
One of the issues that I know has come up, and it's come up with the governor and other governors, blue state governors, and that is the issue of the vaccine mandate, the vaccine passports. Where are you on that? And should we have mandates? Should we not have mandates? There seems to be a national debate going on.
Well, basically, I was over in California. Actually, I went to Mexico just recently over to my wife's, as far as blue. It wasn't a blue. It was a ribbon cutting as far as ceremony for the church that she's built. And what's remarkable about the fact is that she actually was living there, born there, living there, and she lived in a pueblo, with no run. She had running water because they're very smart. They bought a property that has running water within the property, but there was no electricity or anything, and literally she slept on the floor. You're talking about mud and straw as far as walls and floors and what have you. So I was part of that ceremony, and it is so inspirational that she's giving back to the community and communities, and it's remarkable. It's great. So I was there, and then furthermore, I flew over to Los Angeles because I was invited to engagement over in the Filipino, as far as it was Larry Iligan, which as far as a person that had very, very admirable inspirations for the Filipino communities. He fought for their rights. He fought for, how everything should be positioned in our American system where we're all equal, And he helped, and there was an award ceremony there, and I was present there. I had the privilege to present an award, to a remarkable person in the Filipino community. So I'm not only affiliated with the Filipino community, I'm affiliated with the Black Americans, Jewish Americans. I'm affiliated with, many, and then now Hispanic Americans. So we got to bring in the diversities in, and we got to win in as far as a diverse Clark County. And that's what I'm here to do, is to bring people together, and not only bring people together, is to make, incredible movements here in the state of Nevada.
I want to go back though, because I want to pin you down on this one. The vaccine mandates that we're seeing, good, bad, or is there a place for them?
I'm sorry, I kind of went on.
You digressed.
No. So, I went to a restaurant over in Los Angeles, California called Volcano, and we like sushi. So basically, we went over there, and they told me and my wife if we have a vaccination passport. Okay, now. A vaccination passport. What are we, immigrants? Tell me, are we immigrants, Kevin?
No.
It's ridiculous. So what I did is I said goodbye, and I believe those who want passport vaccinations, and those who don't believe in that, they shouldn't even encourage those businesses. They should deter from those businesses, and I deterred from that business. I've been a customer for many years.
So in other words, vote with your feet.
Yeah. So in other words,
I'm out of here.
Yeah. I've been a customer for so many years, over Volcano, but they discouraged me, in a sense where they asked me for, a passport vaccination. So I said, you know what? I'm taking a hike. Goodbye. And they lost me. So I believe it should be a matter of freedom of choice as to whether you vaccinate or not. And what is this vaccination passport? So basically, they're letting in immigrants here into the United States, right? Not unrighteous, right? And they're asking us as U.S. citizens to have vaccination passports. Where is the logistics? Our president, what's going on? I don't understand what's going on.
Let me ask you though. So how do we fight these vaccine mandates? Because we're getting them in our schools, we're getting them as you experienced in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
In our restaurants and our businesses, that they won't let you come in. Football games, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
How do we fight this?
Well, basically, we have our Constitution, which we have to adhere to. So people that don't understand, what the logistics of our nation is and our fundamentals, I think they have to resort to our constitutional rights. I'm sorry to tell you. And then that would be a great awakening to people that think that, they are, superior to any others and jurisdict and be dictators as to, what they jurisdict and what they want, and it's not about anybody's leadership or anybody's legacy. Like I said, it's about our constitutional rights and our freedom and the things that are adhered to our nation. Now, I think California, as I mentioned, that's a done deal already. And I think New York is a done deal. But Nevada, please, we are going to be as far as a red state, and we are going to adhere to our freedom and our freedom of choice and our constitutional rights, with, in other words, unconditionally here in Nevada. Period. We are not going to adhere to any sort of communism or socialism whatsoever.
And a lot of it has to do with the politicians that we elect to high office, including, might I say, governor of the state of Nevada.
Yeah, well, I tell you right now, I'm going to be running in the state of as far as Nevada. And if I feel as though the integrity of the election isn't right, I'm going to go ahead and file lawsuits. And I'm not going to concede. I'm telling you right now, because I want to get down and I want to get to the roots of everything. And I'm not letting go of, the election integrity. And I told you last time, I want, as far as everybody, to have U.S. passports so that they are logistic U.S. citizens of the United States, so they're enabled to vote. So if that's not going to happen, in our primaries, and not only in a general election, I'm sorry, I'm not going to concede. I'm going to go all the way to the end.
Barak Zilberberg, he's running for governor for the state of Nevada. More with him coming up on AM 670 KMZQ. Great to have you with us on this Thursday edition of Live and Local. Don't forget, we move noon to 3 beginning next Monday. I'm so excited about this. This is going to be amazing. For a variety of reasons, operationally, it's going to be really great, and that we'll be able to access guests on the East Coast a lot better than we do now, because now it's, the early evening in the East. There are a whole bunch of guests that we just cannot get our hands on. Now they're going to be a part of our show, and I'm very excited about that. Barak Zilberberg joining us, one of the rising stars of the Republican Party. He is running for governor of Nevada, and he is with us in studio. One of the things I have always said about public servants is that you need to not just run on issues, but you need to improve the lives of the people that you are with. Taking folks that don't have a lot of income and turning them into high-income earners. And I guess my question is, what is it you can do as governor of Nevada? It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yes.
What is it you can do to help to raise people up and essentially take them from low income to high income?
Well, like I said, everything is about an educational system. We need to invest in our education and our children. Our children is our future. And investing in our children is not only the future of Nevada, but the United States of America. So we need to introduce the Pledge of Allegiance to our children. We have to get the critical race theory out the window. There shouldn't be any sort of racism or any interpretations of racism. So every child, no matter what color, race, religion, what have you, should be going to their schools comfortably and educating themselves to the point of the highest achievements. Now, that's number one. Number two is I would like to introduce to our children at a very young age, at 7, 8 years old, they have the curriculums such as money management, accountability, tax codes, real estate, technology, cybersecurity, all kinds of functions so that they can grasp on, trades of interest such as plumbing, electrical, HVAC, foundation, framing. I mean, anything that is in the construction industry, because there's a lot of money to be achieved. Now, not everybody, likes to go and be book smart and, go to school and whatnot. And there's other places that children can go, besides, going to university or college. I believe that they could achieve greatness by trades and all others as far as functions within our society. So we must need to present these curriculums at a young age, at 7, 8 years old, so they grasp on something. And then once they achieve their greatness through their curriculums throughout high school, they know once they exit, as far as high school, they have job recruitments from there. They have If they want to start a business, they have programs where they could start a business, and the entrepreneurs and business people, and they could be in real estate, they could be anywhere they'd like to be, so that they achieve the greatness and they're not puzzled. In other words, they know exactly, hey, I'm good at this. This is my forte. They know exactly. Once they exit, no wasted time, nothing. They're going to the goal, and that's what it's all about.
That is an incredible story. I want to ask you, because I understand you're going to be traveling, and you're going to be traveling all the way across the country. What do you have coming up? You and Charlie Kirk, and by the way, Charlie Kirk's on this radio station on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You're going to be talking to his group.
Yes. Actually, I'm flying to D.C. from the 3rd to the 6th, and I'm going to be speaking at the Turning Point USA. And there's a fellow in D.C., which is a very, very good friend of mine. His name is Mr. Saeed, and he happens to be, as far as, a very, very nice, as far as a Harvard graduate, very, very intelligent American. And he's actually an Arab American, okay? So I am a Jewish American, and he's an Arab American, and our function is to make peace within the Middle East, like no other leader has done. So I like to do that with him, and not only that, and I told him we're going to make world peace as well, within our spheres of the world. And I told him, it'd be my honor to, just shake hands with you and, be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. That would be very admirable.
I was going to say, I tell you, you go right to the top of the pile. You don't even think about man of the year. It's got to be the Nobel Peace Prize. I love that.
I just want to I want to create harmony and love and peace within not only our nation, within our state, within the world. It'd just be great, and we all live, gracefully and honorably and with harmony, and it just would mind boggle me, this whole thing, and it's achievable.
I want to ask you in our final minute. I've only got a minute because we got to get to a break. How can folks help you? I mean, how can folks help your campaign?
Yeah, I always reiterate this. Please, all you out there, if you'd like to invest into my campaign, my website is www.barackzilberberg.com. That's BARAKZILBERBERG.com. Please engage into my website. And again, all of you, wherever you're from, libertarians, independents, I don't know, what have you, please, you're welcome to our beautiful Republican Party. Where we have conservative values, and we mean well here. So please switch over, register to vote button, and then there is the investment button. So if you like, please invest to my campaign. It would be very helpful. And there is a volunteer button as well. So if you'd like to volunteer, please, all of you, welcome. Volunteer.
Barak, safe travels as you traverse the state. Thanks so much, man. Always appreciate you coming in. And we'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Kevin. You're the best.
There you go, Barak Zilberberg.
I love you, man. You're the best.
Candidate for governor. And nice guy to boot. You got to love that. You got to love that.
Love it, man.
Stay with us. More to come as we continue on AM 670 KMZQ.